Oxygen is the most important part of the air we breathe. These little helpers travel in the huge groups and drift along with the currents of the ocean. I am so hungry right now. Help yourself. There are plenty to go around. Oh, guess what? Phytoplankton uses photosynthesis, just like land plants. Photosynthesis is when plants use energy from the sun and carbon dioxide in the air to produce food for itself. During the process, it releases oxygen we need to breathe. The sun feels so good on my chloroplast. So good. More nutrients and carbon dioxide? Yes, please. Burp. Watch the oxygen. Excuse me. The oxygen. The oceans are great places to have fun too. People love using the ocean for activities like surfing and boating, scuba diving and snorkeling, or just swimming. Well, it's just a cargo ship. Oh, guess what? Traveling long distances over giant waves of the ocean can be dangerous. Scientists guess there could be 3 million ships at the bottom of the ocean. The oceans have a big problem. Humans create so much garbage that a lot of it ends up getting dumped into the ocean. Most of it's plastic, which is bad for the sea creatures. What is this? Should I eat it? No, Krill, that's plastic. That sounds delicious. Plastic is bad for us. Plastic breaks into tiny pieces as it floats around in the ocean, which makes it easy for the sea creatures to eat it by accident. That is a big problem for the animals and could even become a problem for humans who eat fish for food. This is a big problem. What can we do? We can't do anything. We need people to clean it up. I'm strong. I could help. It's a start. Luckily, a lot of people, like you, understand how important the oceans are, and they're working hard to fix the problem. I totally would have fixed it myself, but I'm glad they're helping. Sure you would have. Scientists are looking for safe ways to get rid of plastic, but it's important to use less of it. Oh hey, guess what? When something sits around for a long time, it decomposes. This means it breaks apart over time and to be reused by the earth. Animals and plants decompose pretty quickly, but plastic takes a very long time to decompose. That's why plastic is a big problem. There are many things we can do to avoid throwing away so much plastic. We can use things made out of materials that are better for the earth, like using paper bags instead of plastic ones. We can reuse items instead of throwing them away, and recycle anything we can't use anymore. Plastic cup? Recycle. Plastic stays around for 1,000 years. It needs to be reused so it doesn't end up back here. 1,000 years? I'm going to be so old by then. Let's talk about how long Krill live another time. We can do our small part to keep the oceans clean. The oceans are huge, mysterious, and beautiful places full of really cool plants and animals. Oceans give us oxygen to breathe, food to eat, and even fun and relaxation. We wouldn't be able to live without them, and it's up to us to respect and take care of them. The oceans are one of the most important areas of the planet. That's kind of a big deal. Ocean facts. Kathy Sullivan is the first person to go to space as an astronaut and travel to the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of any ocean. Amazing! The blue whale is the largest known animal on Earth, and it could grow to be 100 feet long and weigh 200 tons. Coral looks like a plant, but it's actually an animal. Meow! The largest known shark was called the megalodon, and it grew to be 50 feet long, which is much larger than any sharks existing today. This fearsome fishy lived millions of years ago, along with many other unique animals, including dinosaurs. The world's largest mountain range is actually underwater. The mid-ocean ridge is in the Atlantic Ocean and is 40,000 miles long. Scientists believe that they've only discovered a very small percentage of the ocean animals in the ocean. Who knows what other unique and bizarre animals could be down there. Activities. You can try these anytime. 1. Write your answers to these questions on a separate piece of paper. What could you do to use less plastic at home when you go out? What about the ocean life? Is it similar to life on land? What's different? 2. Pick an ocean animal and draw its food chain on the other side of the paper. 3. Match these creatures to their zone in the ocean. Lanternfish, giant squid, pufferfish, and Dumbo octopus. Does it belong in the sunlight zone, the twilight zone, the midnight zone, or the abyssal zone? Glossary. Abyssal zone, the deepest part of the ocean. Bioluminescence, light that given off naturally by certain types of animals. Carbon dioxide, a gas made up of carbon and oxygen. Chloroplasts, the part of the plant cell which photosynthesis takes place. Currents, masses of liquid or air each flowing in one direction. Decompose, to decay or break down. Deep sea giantism, the tendency for species in the abyssal zone to be larger than their relatives in the other ocean zones. Ecosystem, a group of living things that live with a set environment. Food chain, a series of organisms that are dependent on the next as a source of food. Hydrothermal, relating to the action of heated water in the Earth's crust. Magma, hot liquid matter residing underneath the Earth's surface. Microorganism, life forms so small they could only be seen with a microscope. Midnight zone, the area of the ocean between the twilight zone and the abyssal zone. Organism, a single living thing such as a plant or animal. Oxygen, a colorless gas that makes up 20% of the air we breathe. Photosynthesis, a chemical process by which green plants and some other organisms use energy from the sun to create water and carbon dioxide into food. They produce oxygen as a byproduct. Phytoplankton, plankton consisting of microscopic plants. Recycle, to put through a process that allows things to be reused. Species, a group of living organisms with common characteristics. Sunlight zone, the area of the ocean that at and just below the surface which receives the most sunlight. Twilight zone, the lowest level of the ocean that receives light. Thanks for reading with us today. We'll see you tomorrow.